A missing woman's fingers will be found on the road she was last seen walking on. But before we get started, welcome to True Crime with Maneater. If you love all things true crime, including missing person cases, cold cases, and just the strange happenings of the world, you've come to the right place. Be sure to subscribe and turn on alerts so you never miss video upload. Let's get started. On April 10th, 1998, at around 11 a.m., Diane was last seen leaving her house in Odessa, Florida. Apparently, the very next day, on April 11th, a witness would see Diane walking alongside the road, and she has never been heard from since. And then 3 days after her disappearance, Diane's mother would get a strange phone call. Unfortunately, her mother wasn't home at the time, but when she got home and checked the answering machine, she was frightened. She could hear Diane saying, "Help, help, let me out." Diane's mother would also say that it sounded like somebody was trying to grab the phone from her daughter, like a scuffle was happening. Diane would say, "Hey, give me that," and then the call would be terminated. Apparently, the caller ID stated that it was from a phone number for a business called Starlight, and that was in Odessa. Diane's mother would call it back, but nobody would answer. And then on April 15th, remember that road I said she was walking down, US 19, New York Avenue in Florida? Diane's right middle finger, cut off just above the knuckle, was located along that roadside. Apparently, a second finger had been reported to be there, but law enforcement couldn't find it. And then 2 weeks later, a bag of Diane's clothing would be found. But the clothing was discovered inside a convenience store's outdoor freezer in Odessa. And that was 2 weeks after she was reported missing. So apparently in 2000, a Florida newspaper actually ran an article about Diane being missing. And then another bag would be located at a Circle K convenience store in Pasco, Florida. And strangely enough, it was discovered by Diane's brother's girlfriend. It was a zip-top plastic bag, and it was labeled Diane. Inside of it was eyeliner, perfume, bright lipstick, and toothpaste. Although Diane's mother said it looks like Diane's stuff, investigators on the case couldn't determine 100% that it was Diane's. I do find it strange, though, how Diane's brother's girlfriend found these items. It just seems very convenient. So apparently, Diane had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder in the late 1980s. Before that, she had been a stay-at-home mom to her 3 children. Unfortunately, during a custody battle in 1988, Diane lost custody of her 3 children. She and her husband would divorce in 1991. So Florida has a law known as the Baker's Act, and what the Baker's Act is, it allows a judge or physician or police officer to determine if a person requires an involuntary medical examination. So if their mental health seems very distressing, if they're going to harm themselves or somebody else, they can be taken to a hospital and checked in against their will. And apparently Diane had been taken into custody using the Baker's Act about 32 times. She was also arrested several times for minor offenses. So prior to her disappearance, she was actually being treated at a mental health facility. And unfortunately, although Diane's mother believed that she shouldn't have been released because she believed she needed constant care by a mental health facility, she was released. What's even more eerie about this case is the last place Diane was seen was at a motel. Coral Sands Motel was managed by a man named Gary Roberts Evers and his girlfriend. In 2001, Evers was actually charged with murder. He had apparently gotten into an argument with a man and would shoot and kill him. He apparently didn't have a criminal record before this, but he was a suspect in the case, and I don't believe they've cleared him. So I'm sure many people believe because Diane had bipolar that she could have just up and walked away. And that's very true. She could have just decided that she was sick of Florida and she didn't want contact with her family and walked away. But what bothers me about this case is the message on her mother's answering machine. She was very much trying to ward somebody off before somebody took the phone and hung up. So it seems strange to me. So that obviously indicates that maybe somebody was trying to harm her. But I still can't get over that bag of her stuff supposedly being found by her brother's girlfriend at a convenience store. It just seems too easy for me. Of course, it could be entirely coincidental. Maybe the killer threw her stuff there. Maybe they were trying to throw investigators off of their case. Very plausible. But why cut off her fingers? Why throw them on the road she was walking? Everything about this case just seems like there's a lot of red herrings, things that are just meant to throw investigators off. I'd love to know your theories in the comments below, so let me know what you think. I really can't make up my mind on what happened to Diane, but I do feel like she was met with foul play. But that's it for today, guys. If you like this video or any other video on my channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on alerts so you never miss video upload. If you have a suggestion for a case, pop in the comments below and I'll get to as many as possible. Check out some other videos on my channel while you wait, and as always, thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next time.